If your chair makes your back ache by lunch, you don't need tougher pain tolerance. You need a chair that actually holds you up where it counts. Here's the short version. These are the 10 best desk chairs for back pain, ranked from good to great, and the top 3 genuinely change how your spine feels after long sessions. Stick around. There's one feature in the winner that quietly fixes the 2 p.m. slump for good. 10. Hbada P3. The P3 feels like a thoughtful entry-level ergonomic chair. The 2D lumbar shifts up and down and rotates to meet your lower back, and the mesh back stays cool, which is a relief during long sessions when foam back chairs get swampy. In day-to-day use, the lumbar's 1.8-inch lift and 45-degree rotation mean you can nudge support right into that dull ache spot above the sacrum, and the headrest stops that forward hunch when you're focused. It's simple, but the fundamentals are there. Now, here's the catch. The P3's lumbar helps when you're upright, but during recline, the support loses pressure, and you can feel your pelvis tilt more than ideal if you lounge past 110 degrees. If you're sensitive to that hammock feeling in mesh, you'll notice the lumbar presence fade once you lean back to read or think. It's not a deal breaker, just not a lounge champion. The seat foam is better than budget foam that pancakes in a month. Hbada uses higher density padding to keep pressure off your tailbone, and that's noticeable in a week of long edits. Still, compared to premium chairs later in this list, the foam doesn't have that slow recovery resilience and can feel a bit firm at first sit, then slightly flat after a long day. You know that ah moment when you stand up? You'll still get it, just not as dramatically reduced. Adjustability is friendly. Height, headrest lift and tilt, arm lift rotation, and a stepless recline up to 145 degrees. Nine. BestGlory BG488. On paper, BG488 is the classic high-back executive style with a padded headrest, flip-up arms, a 90 to 135-degree rocking lock range, and a sturdy 300-pound rating. In practice, the waterfall arm design does take elbow pressure off during typing, and the flip-up flexibility is handy if you tuck under a compact desk or switch to guitar or drawing without arm interference. The base and nylon casters glide fine across mixed floors in a modest home office. Well, the comfort story is more plush feels than precise support. The curved backrest does give a general hug, but there's no defined adjustable lumbar to pin your lower back where it needs to be, and over long stretches, you may chase support with micro slouches. If you spend hours writing or coding, that's when a non-contoured foam back shows its limits. Your core does the work instead of the chair. Build-wise, a level 3 gas cylinder and 300-pound spec are reassuring, and assembly is straightforward with included tools. Still, leatherette runs warm in non-air-conditioned rooms, and once the foam breaks in, you can feel a gradual sink that pulls the pelvis into posterior tilt. It looks executive, but your back wants a more technical fit. Rocking between 90 and 135 degrees is pleasant for calls, and locking the angle helps when you want a gentle recline. But during recline, there's minimal counterpressure in the lower back, so you'll likely add a small pillow if you lounge often. For short meetings and occasional desk time, it's fine. For focused, repetitive work, you'll want better lumbar geometry. Number 8. Hbada P3 Pro. The P3 Pro keeps the P3's spine-friendly blueprint, 2D lumbar, breathable mesh, adjustable headrest, and tightens the feel so the chair tracks your posture better as you shift. Day 2 and Day 10 feel consistent. The upgraded foam holds shape more reliably across the week, so pressure points at the ischial tuberosities calm down faster after long sessions. It feels like the P3 got sharper about where it carries you. Here's what matters. The stepless recline to a deep angle still feels controlled rather than floppy, and the lumbar stays present longer before fading, which is better for brainstorming in recline. The headrest rotation covers that subtle chin tuck you want when monitors are slightly high. For taller users, the extra headrest travel prevents that shoulder scrunch that sneaks in during focus. Breathability is excellent thanks to mesh, and the cushion density strikes a better balance, firm enough to prevent sink, but not so rigid you're counting minutes. If you sweat easily, the mesh back is a noticeable upgrade over leatherette or heavy foam backs. Arms lift and rotate for width and angle dialing, which is great for alternating between keyboard, mouse, and drawing tablet. The chair responds well to frequent micro-adjustments through the day, and that's exactly what keeps back pain down. Small posture changes without friction. Bottom line, a smarter feeling P3 with sturdier comfort under long hours. If you want breathable, adjustable, and reliably supportive without jumping to flagship pricing, this hits a sweet spot. Seven, Ovios Home Office Chair. The Ovios brings that cushy manager chair vibe with a tall back and plush padding. Flip into calls and it feels relaxing. The padding spreads pressure across the shoulder blades, and the headrest lends an easy lean. For quick sprints of work, plus plenty of meetings, it creates a comfortable zone you can live in. You know how some chairs look inviting but collapse a bit under real hours? The Ovios skirts that line. Padding is generous, but the back contour is less technical than mesh ergonomics. It's a good generalist for those who want a softer sit while still keeping a basic upright posture during typing. Arm support is adequate for daily use with a shape that doesn't pinch forearms. Rolling and height movement are smooth with a footprint that fits standard desks and home setups without fuss. If your desk aesthetic leans warm and homey, this blends in better than sci-fi mesh frames. Recline is calming, but lumbar pressure doesn't increase as you lean, so truly back pain-prone users will still want more organized lower back support. For mixed work and light gaming, it's a pleasant place to land after lunch when you want some give without getting sleepy. Bottom line, comfortable, classic, and friendly for hybrid workdays. If you need surgical lumbar precision, keep climbing the list. If you want plush with decent posture, this hits the brief. Number 6. Chirvana Model Zen. The Model Zen aims at that mindful, settled posture, supportive without feeling rigid. The back contour gently guides you into neutral alignment, and if you're sensitive to pressure at L4, L5, the contact feels even rather than pokey. It's the kind of chair that fades out of your awareness, which is a good sign. Seat comfort stays consistent across hours, and the mechanism transitions cleanly between upright and recline. There's enough resistance to keep the pelvis from rolling back as you lean. Small detail, big relief on long research sessions. Arms and height adjustments give you the basics to square shoulders and keep wrists neutral. For a mid-tier pick, the movement quality feels considered, which helps you sit longer without that nagging itch to stand. Breathability is adequate for all seasons, and rolling feels controlled on both wood and low-pile carpet. If you do quick stand-sit cycles during pomodoros, the chair meets you where you are without wobble. Bottom line, a balanced, calm chair that supports focused work. It won't overwhelm with features, but it quietly does the back-saving fundamentals correctly. 5. HESL Massage Office Chair. This one's the chair. Reclining managerial style with vibration massage lets you decompress between tasks. After a coding block, kick to a deeper angle, switch the massage on, and your paraspinals stop guarding as much. Nice when stress shows up as back tightness. Let me explain. Massage won't fix biomechanics, but the relief buys you another hour of comfortable focus. The padded headrest and segmented back cushion distribute pressure, and the recline lock makes it easy to park in a reading angle without sliding. Assembly is straightforward, and the chair feels stable once built. If you like taking short recovery breaks at your desk rather than leaving the room, this is surprisingly effective at refreshing your back. For pure ergonomic alignment, though, it's not as targeted as dynamic lumbar mesh designs. Heat buildup is higher than mesh, and if you run warm, you'll notice it in summer. Still, the recover then return effect is real. Bottom line, a comfort-first pick that uses massage as a legit productivity tool. Not a posture purist, but very good at pain relief during intense days. 4. FLEXISPOT OC4 SD. FLEXISPOT brings an ergonomic backbone with thoughtful adjustability. The back encourages a tall sit without fighting you, and the recline mechanism stays predictable as you move. If your day alternates deep typing and reading, the OC4SD switches modes smoothly. The seat cushion balances firmness and gives so sit bones feel supported without hot spots. Breathability keeps you cooler than padded executive styles, which helps energy late in the day. Arms adjust to meet different input devices, and the overall geometry makes neutral elbows and shoulders easier to maintain. Less shoulder scrunch equals less neck pain by dinner. Durability feels solid, nothing creaks during weight shifts, and the tilt tracks evenly left to right, a quiet sign of a better mechanism. If you value reliable day-in, day-out ergonomics over bells and whistles, this earns the spot. Bottom line, smart, steady support with easy transitions between work modes. It's a dependable upgrade for anyone serious about posture. 3. ELABEST X100. The X100 is the surprisingly dialed entrant. The back contour and lumbar zone give that instant held feeling when you sit, and it stays with you through micro-leaning and arm reaches. If you live in spreadsheets or timeline editors, you'll notice fewer little posture corrections. Seat foam resilience is better than expected. After a full day, there's no obvious sag or sharpness. The headrest adjusts into that sweet spot where your neck rests without pushing your head forward. For taller users, that alone reduces upper back crankiness. What stands out is how stable the pelvis feels during light recline. You can skim back a few degrees and keep lumbar contact. Tiny thing, big comfort over time. Adjustability range covers the basics well, and the mesh keeps airflow high, which lowers perceived fatigue late in the afternoon. For price to performance in back pain reduction, it punches above weight. Bottom line, a confident, posture-first chair that feels locked in without feeling rigid. If you want a near premium ergonomic feel without flagship spend, start here. 2. Kinnls Winston. The Winston blends premium comfort with structured support. Sit down and your lumbar gets greeted rather than prodded. The curve meets you instead of making you chase it. For long-form writing or coding sprints, that consistent contact keeps back muscles from bracing. The seat is the star, dense enough to hold posture, cushioned enough to keep circulation up. After hours, legs feel fresher because pressure is balanced rather than concentrated. Arms, headrest, and recline mechanics feel refined. The chair tracks your weight shift smoothly, so you can move without losing spinal alignment. It's the kind of refinement that disappears while you think, which is exactly the goal. Breathability and build quality land in that daily driver for years zone. If you're investing in your back and want minimal compromises, this is a very safe pick near the top. Bottom line, excellent support with a polished feel. It encourages healthy sitting without nagging, which is why it ranks this high. Number 1. Hbada E3 Pro. Here's the champion for back pain. The E3 Pro's 3-zone dynamic lumbar actively supports your lower back as you move, so when you recline a touch, support follows you instead of vanishing. That solves the classic problem where upright feels great, but thinking lean back punishes your spine. It's the subtle, always-there hug that makes all-day sits feel doable. The headrest is 4D, which sounds fancy, but the point is precision. Lift, depth, tilt, and angle fine-tune into your neck so you're not craning or tucking. Pair that with 6D armrests, height, width, depth, angle, and even small lateral tweaks, and your shoulders finally drop. When arms meet your inputs, your back relaxes. Seat depth and mesh material work together to keep you grounded without sliding, and airflow is top tier so you don't overheat when you're in flow. The frame feels planted. Weight shifts don't twist the chair, which keeps micro movements from turning into micro strains. Daily use feels, well, simple. Sit, adjust once, and forget it. The lumbar keeps contact as you reach for your mug, shift to read, or lean in to focus. That consistency is what drains pain over a week. Less bracing, less fatigue, less end-of-day stiffness. Bottom line, dynamic lumbar plus fully adjustable headrest and arms make this the most complete back pain fighter here. If you want the chair that changes your afternoons, this is it. Quick takeaways. Need breathable with adjustable lumbar on a budget? Hbada P3 and P3 Pro are the smart starters. The Pro keeps support with you longer. Prefer plush comfort and quick breaks with relief? HESL's massage recliner earns its keep for recovery between sprints. Want set-it-and-forget-it premium support? Kinnls, Winston, and Hbada E3 Pro deliver the least back fuss across long days. Warranty and peace of mind. Hbada backs the P3 and E3 Pro with a 3-year warranty and 30-day free returns, plus a short price match window. That's a nice safety net if you're tuning fit at home and want time to feel how your back behaves over a couple of work weeks. Pick the fit that matches how you really work, upright, recline thinker, or frequent mover, and your back will tell you by Friday you chose right.